honestly believe enough. You have no idea what this was like for me to see it with all of you guys, and to see it with all of these guys. Please welcome the cast and producers of
I'll repeat that for the benefit of people up in the balcony. She thought that you did a really great great job combining the music with the dialogue, like supporting it. And how much alcohol was consumed?
Like Joss?
I think all the alcohol. It was all real. You know, there are certain things in this movie that just don't make sense unless the characters are super drunk. We referred to Leonardo's estate as the Kennedy compound. The ethos we were going for.
All right, another question. Yes, you're waving. Go ahead.
My question is directed at Joss. I was wondering, like, as a storyteller, you obviously have your own voice, so I was wondering where you strike the balance between letting your voice influence Shakespeare and letting Shakespeare's voice influence the way you approach the text on bringing it to film.
Okay, did everybody hear that? Yeah, okay, great.
I'm not entirely sure how much of a voice I have that isn't his. So it's hard for me to answer that. I wanted very much to be true to what he had given us. At the same time, I wanted some of it to make sense to me in ways that it hadn't before. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't understand why Baraccio suddenly changed how he acted from I'm super villainous to kill me. Unless, of course, he was in love with Hero and liked Margaret to dress up like her a lot. Which is a little unseemly, but I don't think Will would have disapproved.
All right, another question. Yes, go ahead. So the question is about some of your really interesting camera movements. Were those dictated by the space you were using, or were they a choice?
Well, first of all, we have our director of photography, Jay Hunter, here with us. I think he's going to back my play when I say, well, not a huge amount of choice. There wasn't a huge amount of camera movement, to be truthful, except for when the cameramen got tired and started to shake. We put in a few that were important to us, but basically tried to make it as sort of docu-style lived in as possible because we had no dolly. Except for once when Jay made one out of a duffel, what was it, a blanket that he rolled up and slid the camera. This is Hollywood, people, big budget stuff.
I was wondering if we could talk a little bit to some of your cast members. This is... this is not your standard method of filmmaking. I wondered if some of you could share with us which were maybe perhaps your best moments shooting this film, or maybe your scariest moment shooting a film. Go down the line.
I was pretty scared when Joss said, so we're going to have maybe 1 or 2 takes. I need you to know all the lines. That was scary. No, to be with these people, I mean, to get something, do something you love to do with people that you love is just, is the definition of a dream come true and a passion project. And I think, you know, I'm sure I speak for everybody, but that's how we felt about it, doing it. Your turn.
I think the answer probably is pretty similar. I mean, it kind of just felt like a family and a big party. So we all like to party at Joss's house and with Joss and Kai as much as possible. So we just kind of got to film it and say really cool dialogue while we did it and drink a lot.
fortune of doing another one of Joss's little projects. We're not going to talk about that. And I thought nothing could top being asked to be part of that party of Joss's. And yet I also am a huge fan of the oeuvre. So to get the call, a little close to shooting for my taste, to be part of this group of people who I've admired in shows and movies that I've loved was really the highlight for me.
Before Reed continues this, guys, find your light. That's all.
Gosh, my most terrifying moment is trying to think of something witty to say in front of you all right now. But the best moment on set, when Reed and myself and Fran were shooting that scene that you all saw, and then we finished, and I came off set, and I was standing next to Joss, and we were sort of quiet, and he turns to me, he goes, "You're such a dick." And I was like, "Thank you! I love being a dick, I've never been a dick." And he's like, "You've never been a dick?" I said, "No, I've never been a dick. You should be a dick more." Never been so proud of my life. I never got to go to theater camp as a teenager, and to get to sit in a living room and give each other massages and touch Nathan inappropriately on camera. I mean, I died and went to theater nerd heaven. Thank you.
Holy moly, there are a lot of you out there, and I just got super nervous. Okay, this was amazing for me. This is the first time I've ever done Shakespeare like Jillian. So after working with Joss a few times,
really been an honor to be here with y'all and seeing your reaction. This is my favorite moment right now. Well, actually, 10 minutes ago.
At the end of the day, and in between, we worked really hard and made a great movie that we're all really proud of. And we made a lot of great friends even in the 12 days. It's crazy that we're all so close and yet we're there for such a short period of time. Thank you, Joss, for making that happen.
My favorite part of the film was when Joss invited me to be a part of it. Instead of saying "you're hired," he said "let's party," which exemplified.
For years, so to watch it start that way, all of us sitting around outside on a Sunday reading Shakespeare and drinking wine, to all of us in the house drinking wine and doing Shakespeare. It was super amazing.
I think the best part was acting against Tom Wink and Nathan Fillion, who became a better comedic duo than Nick and I could ever hope to be. That was awesome.
Gosh, my most terrifying moment is trying to think of something witty to say in front of you all right now. But the best moment on set, when Reed and myself and Fran were shooting that scene that you all saw, and then we finished, and I came off set, and I was standing next to Joss, and we were sort of quiet, and he turns to me, he goes, "You're such a dick." And I was like, "Thank you! I love being a dick, I've never been a dick." And he's like, "You've never been a dick?" I said, "No, I've never been a dick. You should be a dick more." Never been so proud of my life. I never got to go to theater camp as a teenager, and to get to sit in a living room and give each other massages and touch Nathan inappropriately on camera. I mean, I died and went to theater nerd heaven. Thank you.
holy moly, there are a lot of you out there, and I just got super nervous. Okay, this was amazing for me. This is the first time I've ever done Shakespeare like Jillian. So after working with Joss a few times, he was a great person to try that with. And this cast was so incredible, and everybody's so awesome. And I've made such amazing friends. Watching it here has been so exciting with you guys. So thank you. I'm just so happy you guys like it. It was so fun to watch with you guys. My
I always hate it when people say this because it sounds so cheesy, but it's so very, very true. It's really been an honor, you guys. It's really been an honor to be here with y'all and seeing your reaction. This is my favorite moment right now. Well, actually, 10 minutes ago.
I rode my bike to and from set. We jumped in the pool at the end of the day, and in between we worked really hard and made a great movie that we're all really proud of. And we made a lot of great friends even in the 12 days. It's crazy that we're all so close and yet we were there for such a short period of time. Thank you, Joss, for making that happen.
My favorite part of the film was when Joss invited me to be a part of it. Instead of saying you're hired, he said, let's party. Exemplified the entire process. And the hardest part of the film for me was saying goodbye to everyone, because it's such a short shoot and we had such a great time and I miss it.
And it ends on me, which no one knows, but I'm going to do what I should have done from the very beginning as the co-producer, the co-editor, and give the mic to someone who actually knows what they're going to say. Thank you very much for letting me be part of this experience.
I will upstage them all.
All right, we have time for one more question. Anybody up in the balcony? Yes, sir. Yeah.
Whedon. It's Whedon.
Whedon.
Did everybody hear that? Oh. He asked you please talk about the decision to work in black and white.
The decision had a few different aspects. Mostly, the interpretation of the text here is not quite so, well, sunshiny as, say, the Brana. I saw a lot of darkness in the film, and we were talking about it as a romantic noir from the very beginning, and so we thought, well, why not go full bent on the noir concept and have it be black and white? And then there were also some practical considerations. You have to do a lot less worrying about outfits and set deck in black and white. Everything is elegant. It's kind of amazing. And if the sun should go down and you need to augment with lights that don't look anything like the sun, it's much harder to tell. You don't have to keep the color temperatures the same. So it was a purely artistic decision.